only movie reviewing secret agent. Today I will be reviewing a crime drama film that came out in 1983 that is directed by Brian De Palma and that stars Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer, and that movie is Scarface. Okay, so this movie has just started, and so far we have seen the first appearance of our main character and anti-hero Tony Montana, who is played by a much younger than he is right now Al Pacino. Alright? Whoa! Tony Montana was made to witness a pretty bloody murder done by chainsaw. That is a very gruesome thing to have to witness for sure. Elvira, a secondary character who is the love interest of Tony Montana, and who is played by a much younger than she is right now Michelle Pfeiffer, has now made it onto the scene for the first time. Tony Montana just saw someone's body hung by a rope through a pair of binoculars. That would be a very disturbing sight to see, even through a pair of binoculars. Elvira and Tony Montana are conversing with each other while sitting down on lounge chairs by a hotel pool. There have been times when I was also spotted by a hotel pool as well. Now we are seeing gunfire in a nightclub. That somewhat reminds me of a terrible shooting that happened at a nightclub in Orlando, Florida that happened back in 2016, which was a little more than 3 decades after this movie came out back in 1983. Tony Montana is pretty handy with a handgun so far from what we are seeing, and also making incredibly deadly moves with one too. Mr. Montana is now enjoying quality time in an indoor spa. There have been times when I enjoyed being in a spa, whether it was indoors or outdoors. Elvira now just asked Tony Montana to stop saying a swear word all the time. Of course, I myself have also gotten a lot of people on my case about how often I use a swear word at times. We are seeing that Tony Montana and Elvira have now married, as of earlier, and are dining out at a restaurant. Tony Montana is now having to try to dodge gunshots, even though he gets pretty violent with one himself. I guess he must have very powerful enemies. He just said his signature line of "say hello to my little friend," and afterwards began using a grenade launcher and firing multiple rounds of gunshots as well. My goodness! He just got shot and killed himself by his enemies. I guess his enemies were far deadlier than him. As we get closer to the end of this movie, we have found out that Tony Montana is gone, and his body was floating in a pool near the base of a globe that had a neon sign that read, "The world is yours." Overall, Scarface is an extremely violent classic 80s crime film that is otherwise worth checking out if you can also handle its language, violence, drug content, sexual content, and the like. Join me next time when I review Dirty Dancing. I'm Flick James Flick, your one and only movie reviewing secret agent out there.